this negotiation is interesting. He says he wants to get it done fast. Niners say they want to get it done fast. It's February 12th. They haven't gotten it done yet. With Jimmy, they got it done, I want to say February 8th, 2018. So this is already taking 4 days longer in this cycle. Jimmy was going to be an unrestricted free agent, so there was more of a deadline.
Yep.
This guy is still under contract, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be a free agent. And the Niners, I'm sure, are going to or already have made an offer, but it's not going to be what Brock wants. And Brock can either accept it or wait, like the other players in the Niners have done. And if he waits, the Niners can use Aaron Rodgers as sort of like a scare tactic. Like, buddy, we'll get him. Do you think the presence of Aaron Rodgers will get Brock to fold and sign this contract quick?
Hell no. No. Aaron Rodgers 6 years ago? 100%. Oh my gosh, yes. Aaron Rodgers right now? No. The guy had a worse... Zach Wilson was better on the Jets than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, let's role play it real quick before you dismiss it. Let me. Okay. Here's how it goes. Brock comes in expecting $61 million a year. That's what Lombardi said he's worth, right? Okay. Niners say, man, we love you so much. We love you. So you are our guy forever. And to show you how committed we are, here is a 5-year contract worth $48 million a year. And Brock goes, what are you talking about? And the Niners say, this is so generous. This is more than we thought we were going to give you. And
that is generous.
Says, this is just unacceptable, man. I mean, you got Dak making 60. This is unacceptable. And, well, the Niners go, well, we didn't want to have to say this. We didn't think you'd be so greedy. But if you want 60, I mean, we could get Rodgers for 40. We'd rather have you. We would rather have you, Brock. But if you want 61, we can get Rodgers for 39. Don't put us in that position, Brock. The locker room would like Aaron Rodgers, but he's a Hall of Famer, Brock. You're not. We role played.
I understand, Grant, that he's a Hall of Famer, but right now, is he playing like a Hall of Fame quarterback?
No.
Can he move?
No, but he'll be a year further removed from Achilles surgery. He might be a little bit more mobile this year, a little bit.
The thing I would agree with you on is if he came to this team, he has better weapons. It's just let's say if we fix the.
And what if he comes with Davante Adams? What if he brings Davante Adams with him?
Oh shit! Okay,
they're a package deal. They're a package deal.
Then
you see what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
And again, I'm sure the Niners would prefer to have the 24-year-old quarterback who they have for a long time. Maybe he's 25 now. But if he holds out and he says, "Nah, man, I need 60," that's what David said I'm worth, and I believe David. I trust David.
You know what? Then why not? Like, listen, even just to scare Brock, just put it in Brock's head. Like, well, hey, if you don't want to sign this contract, we'll easily go out and get Aaron Rodgers.
And you can still be here, and you guys can compete for the job. And you might beat him out.
One thing I was actually going to say, the one thing I would love if Aaron Rodgers would be willing to be a backup. If he was willing to be a backup, hey, I would take it, Grant. I would do it. I mean, hey, yes, Aaron Rodgers teaching Brock Purdy and we get Davante Adams. That sounds great, but I don't know.
All I ask for is if they get Rodgers and Adams and keep Brock, hard knocks. Hard knocks.
I mean, those two in a package deal, how do you say no?
Because if you don't get them, maybe those two go to the Rams.
Like, I do think the Jets aren't great. Aaron Rodgers was like, 8th in passing yards this year? So it's not bad, but it's like
his numbers were better than Brock's.
And he's on a better team.
I'm just saying, like, he threw 28 touchdown passes last year. Brock threw 20. Now, I mean, he can't move.
No, but
he's 70,
so old.
And he's a weirdo.
He's so
old, dude. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I know it. But that's why I think some Niners fans want him, because it's Aaron Rodgers. But how old? 42.
The Niners, they need some leverage here, and they can't say like, man, if you don't sign this contract now, like we want you to, we'll go get Sam Darnold. Like, Brock could laugh in their face.
But do you think the Niners are the type of team to do that? Like, hey, Brock, if you don't sign right now, then we're gonna go get Aaron Rodgers. I don't think the Niners are like that. I think the Niners are like, okay, Brock,
in these negotiations privately, I think there's a lot of things that are said that we don't understand. I think it's no holds barred in these negotiations. Kittle's alluded to a little bit, like, it's ruthless.
Yeah.
And if they say you're worth 45 and here are the reasons why, it's going to be Parag sitting there being like, we ran the numbers and you're not that good. And if you think you're worth more, we got a Hall of Famer over here that we can compare you to who is willing to play for less than what you want. That's just the game. That's the negotiation.
Grant, and imagine Rodgers still has a cannon of an arm. Imagine like, oh my God. Okay, this is actually getting me thinking a little bit here because if like I do think we have to be hard on.
Where is Rodgers from? Northern California. Where's Adams from? The Bay Area. I could see them wanting to come. I could see them wanting to be here. Now, do the Niners want them? I don't know. It's not maybe it's not their first choice.
Do you think Devontae would want to play with Rodgers again? Since
yes, they seem like they're beyond best friends.
And we have CMC in the backfield. Like this is just a way you got IU coming back. Like, and if we revamp that old line, like I think if we were to get Rodgers, we would have to revamp the old line. But Grant, the one thing you said is you want a mobile quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers is nothing close to mobile.
He's not a mobile quarterback. He's a terrible leader. He seems like a borderline bad person.
He does.
So but maybe he might be more of like a negotiating tactic than an actual option. Like
that's what I'm
thinking. We'll get him. It's like, no, you won't. No. You don't really want him. No one really wants Aaron Rodgers. That's desperation.
But like I said, I'll take him as a backup. Do I think he'd be a backup? Hell no. No. There's no.
But what sucks is if he ends up on the Rams with Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. That's not fun. Or the Vikings.
But he's so old. Like you think he's gonna
true.
Like I think next year he would.
Will he play 17 games behind the Niners offensive line? No.
After the draft, we'll see. Maybe our O-line's better. You never know. Maybe Shanahan and Lynch, they actually work on the trenches. You never know.